I'm an ally to a community that I may not be a direct part of, but I am a descendant of the fight for our rights, and I believe that you cannot believe in your own rights if you're not willing to fight for the rights of others, and I will never forget that. A fellow legislator, a Republican, and he pulls out a bill, and he says, I know your parents are pastors, and I said, yeah. He's like, and I know you're a woman of faith. I said, absolutely. He said, I want you to sign on to this bill. It was my first glimpse of the RFRA bill, and as I read it, my heart stopped, and my blood chilled, because I thought, what have I done to make him believe that I would sign this piece of legislation? What has he heard in my words about my faith that would help make him believe that I would sign on to legislation to strip rights from others? When I gave him back his original bill, he went back to seat, and I went to the hallway to find the LGBTQ lobbyist. I'm like, you need to see this crap. Here. I was raised to know that my faith should never be used as a sword to strike down another community. It should always be a shield to protect. And by God, as the next governor of Georgia, I will make sure that bill never crosses the finish line in the state of Georgia. Georgia is one of the few states that has absolutely no protections on the books for the LGBTQ community members who are employed in our state. They can be fired simply for being who they are. And I tell you right now, my opponent will usher in their termination. We are a state that is on the cusp of greatness or the cusp of ignominy. And the only difference is what happens on November 6th. Because more than protecting rights, it's also protecting lives. Georgia has one of the fastest growing and highest rates of HIV/AIDS in the nation. And unless the state of Georgia expands Medicaid, people will die in our state. And we have to stop that from happening. But I also know that we can win these elections, that the surprise victories that have happened again and again and again this year should be no surprise. Because they are communities that have been empowered by Obergefell, that have been empowered by the fights that you have led, and that know that if we fight hard enough and long enough and strong enough, we will make progress, but progress cannot be stopped in November, and if we win in November, we will win forever going forward. That is what's at stake.